2. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Blank Space, giving you the information you want to know in Clash of Queens. In this next section, we're going to talk about your mages. There are two types. I'm sure you know one type very well. They're your ranged ones. They're your archmages. They're the ones who you normally send out farming. They do have a place inside of your layers, however, because they do have a range of up front. Think about it as if you have your big army running forward. They slow you down because they're big, and they take more troops to kind of push them forward. That's how I look at it, you know. They're slower, but they have a pretty decent defense, as you can see, and they're another buffer in your layer, so you definitely want to have those. So they're, you know, most people are like, I don't even worry about them. You always want to throw those in. The big part here are your sorcerers, and as you can see here, they're your range 10s. They're the ones that are super far in the back. They're the reason why you need to put your cav and make sure that your cav is strong so they can punch in and try to go get them. They're the reason that you need to have those range 5, so hopefully you can whack them a couple times. But let's get into mages here. So two different types. You have your range 1, your range 10s. They're either at the very front or the very end. Let's talk about your archmages. You don't need a ton of these guys, and there's no rush to get them going. So your T9 Archmage has 1 range, great defense, okay attack, pretty good health. I always recommend 2,000 to 5,000 in a march, just to have that nice buffer and to slow down any of the enemy's cav coming through you. Yes, it slows down your march, but especially for arena, you gotta have a layer of these. They reduce a ton of damage just by having them. I can't remember what it used to say in Clash of Kings, but I do know that they let's find out. Pretty sure that they do give a right here. By having them, you get a defense bonus when you're attacking. So it slows down your attack, but in arena, who cares? You have to have these guys in your marches, especially for arena, just for that reason right there. But let's start hammering into how you're going to build, because a lot of people are like, oh, what do I build next? What's priority? I'm always telling people about how to building things in a certain order to be the most effective. I'm a level 28 castle, and I fight and I can stand with level 30s just because I know the stats and I know how to layer. I want you guys to be able to do the same. So T8 sorcerers, you want to be pumping these bad boys out as much as possible, because they're your strongest attack at that level for a very long time. So T8 sorcerers all day long, continuously, and you want them to be a big chunk of your damage, because they stand in the back and they don't really get hindered too much unless your front line gets wiped out, which it never should, unless you're massively outclassed. You know, like let's say you're fighting somebody who's got, I don't know, throne buffs and who's rocking gold buffs, and they've spent thousands of dollars and they've got all their tier level 40 pioneer gear. There's nothing gonna do. But these guys, you know, they should always relatively be safe in the back. But then, see, the interesting part here is T8 sorcerers are your best damage until much, much later. T2 Skylands is going to take a while. So you get your T1 Skyland Archmages, you're pumping them out just to have a little buffer in your layers. But your next big boost, you want to do your, I normally go from infantry to cav, and then whichever gives the most damage. In this case, T2 Skylands is your next boost. So while you're upping your things, you want infantry, cavalry, archers, mages, T1. T2, however, infantry, cavalry, skip archers, because it doesn't give you the most damage, doesn't give you the best value. Go for mages. Why? Because T2 sorcerers are beast. That is a 20-point boost per dude that you can throw into a march. You need it. You absolutely need it. So, again, my name is Blank Space. If you have any questions about mages, how they work, where they stay in the marches, how to potentially mess around with your layers, especially for arena, please put your questions down below. I'll answer them as soon as I can. And thanks for all the support. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, tweet it out, and there will be more videos coming up soon. I promise you guys to get a bunch of them out, so I'm making them now live, and I will actually be uploading these in the next couple of days as soon as I can. So thanks for all the support, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.